Hello, fellow crafters, click well. Here we are at the edge of our big, beautiful mess hall table. This place is starting to look pretty fancy, pretty lived in. We've even got some barrels, possibly that had some sort of brew in them, maybe that's spilled it onto the floor and stained the floor a little bit. We've got our dragon egg that the dragon is lustfully looking at, and some armor stands with some armor on it and stuff. We're gonna continue to build this place up, but I think so far it looks pretty great. Now, today I would like to talk to you guys a little bit about item filters. That's right, item filters, item sorters. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Our little storage room here is starting to get pretty overwhelmed. And I'd like to talk to you about an item sorter that Impulse SV created a long time ago, but it's still fantastic. It still gets a ton of use and it's still relevant, which means it's a great design. So let's go. Okay, I think, you know what, the first place we should probably use this thing is at our iron farm. This thing gives us a stupid amount of poppies, and you know what? We want to separate those away from the iron so we can put the poppies into a composter and stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, I put some more sheep into our wool farm now. These guys aren't here, haven't been dyed yet, but we now have orange, and we have light gray, and blue and yellow and stuff, so that's great. We're starting to expand our collection, which is nice. Let's head into the iron farm and see how well we've done since last time. Okay, so I have separated this from the hoppers, but this is almost we're getting close to a double chest. I've also got some in here that I haven't been clearing out yet, so let's go ahead and put that in there. Lovely. So as you can see, a very effective farm. This is much more than we're gonna need while we're here, but it's nice to have it, and we're gonna start building some beacons and stuff soon, so you never know when you're gonna need this much iron. Now the poppies we definitely do not need. We can use them for red dye and that kind of stuff. It's always nice to have some on hand, but we don't need this much, so it might be better to turn these poppies into bone meal and then possibly into bone blocks, that kind of stuff if we want, so we can also talk about that very soon. But first off, we need to separate these things, so let's go back outside and talk a little bit about this item sorter. Okay, so there's a couple things you need to know before we get started with this build. And that is that basically if you put a comparator on the ground just like this and run some dust out of it, and then if we place a hopper into that comparator, so you can see there's a little 2 pixel wide area at the bottom here. If I look at that and then right click while holding shift with a hopper in my hand, that's going to go ahead and place that hopper into the comparator. Now this comparator is reading the amount of items inside of this hopper. So if I go ahead and put, let's see, we got oak planks on us. Let's see if I can throw some oak planks in there, 2, 3. Now I've got a couple in there, and I do have one piece of redstone dust that is lit up. You can see the particles coming off of that. It's only 3 pieces of wood in there, but that's what we're getting. Now, if we go ahead and jump up here and place the entire stack in, let's see, 61. Let's go like that. Now we're going to see 1, 2, 3 are lit up, meaning that, you know, basically we can control the amount of power that we're giving by using the amount of items that are inside of the hopper. The other thing to remember is that a repeater is able to take any redstone signal and amplify that back up to the maximum amount. So let's go ahead and remove this piece of redstone dust here, remove that repeater, and then we'll put that on our hotbar. And when I place that down on the ground here, you'll see that now we've got redstone dust with lots of power in it. That repeater has extended that and made that even stronger. So that's the other thing you want to remember. And this is what the item filter looks like. This is what the shape of the structure of the filter looks like. It's going to be 3 blocks along the top. We're going to have 3 blocks along the bottom. We're going to remove one from the middle. And this is going to be it. The great thing about this is you can tile it right next to each other as long as you want. You can make this a million blocks wide, or you can make it in a square or something if you want. This is a great easy design to work with. And basically the way it works, we're going to put a couple of chests on the ground. Or excuse me, oops, my bad. We're going to put a couple of chests on the ground to get started here. Basically it'll be just like that. Maybe one like that, and we'll probably end up doing even one more below that, I think. But how it works is just like over there, like we showed you, we're going to put a comparator right there, and then into that comparator, into that little 2 block or 2 pixel gap, we're going to place a hopper, which is going to be where all of the items, let's see if I can do this real quick, go like that, and then like that, and then maybe we'll just go like this. So let's say that this is a hopper chain that you have. Let's say that you've got a chest in the corner of your storage room, and that places those items into a hopper just like this. And then that hopper line, which we can also use water for, we can talk about that a little bit later, that's going to send the items along your hopper line, and eventually it's going to let's get rid of this here because it looks a little bit confusing. Excuse me, I don't need you, but I do need you. And then it's going to be bringing that all the way along, and it's going to be dropping items into these filters as it moves along. So let's say, for example, we had another one right next to us. We can go like this, and just to demonstrate, Oh, I got rid of all my wood. Let's use this just to demonstrate. Let's say that was the next one right beside it. It would just be another comparator just like that, and then another hopper just like that, and then this would be a different item than is put in right here. So sorry if this is getting a little bit confusing, but let me just try and explain how this thing works. First things first, we're going to be having the items come into the hopper right here, and this hopper is going to be reading this comparator. Sorry, is going to be reading how many items are inside of this hopper, and then when it has the right amount of items, it's going to light up enough of this redstone dust, which is going to ignite this comparator. Sorry, it's going to ignite this repeater right here, like we talked about. My gosh, repeater right there, just like we talked about over here, and that's going to extend the signal, and that's going to take this redstone torch and turn it off. Because this redstone torch is currently on, but if we run redstone power to this torch, that's going to reverse the signal, turn it off. So now what we need to do is we need to run some hoppers to our chests, and now there's somewhere for the items to go. Let's say the items are flowing across here. They hit this particular filter right here, which is the one I'm looking at. That's actually the filter, and then it's going to decide if it can go through or not. If it can, it's going to drop down into these chests, and if it can't go through, it's going to keep on going around the room until it finds the chest that it can go into. The way you set up a filter to accept items is to get an anvil just like this. We're going to place that on the ground, and we're going to fill that with something that doesn't really mean a whole lot to us. Let's grab some sticks. We're going to put some sticks in there. It doesn't really matter. Let's put that in there and rename it, I don't know, filter sticks, I guess. Filter sticks. Done. Okay. Okay, setting up these filters is actually pretty simple. What we're going to do is put some of these filter sticks in these 4 boxes along the right side here. These are now kind of off limits. There's nothing really that's going to come in and stack with these other items. There's nothing else called filter sticks in the game, so these are off limits. But this box right here is still available, and we're going to go ahead and put some oak planks in there as an example, and that's going to tick all the way down until it hits 41. Now, like we talked about over there on the right side there when we were talking about comparators, there we go, 41, and it stopped. Once you get a certain amount of items, in this case 41 plus these 4 is 45 items, you're gonna get 2 items lit up, or sorry, 2 redstone dusts lit up from that comparator that's reading those items coming out. Now, as soon as we put one more item in, I don't have any more oak on me, but let's go ahead and grab these and run back up. If I put one more item in here, that's going to go up to 42 and then go back down to 41 instantly, because we have 45 items in there. But if we have 46 in there, that's going to be enough items to light up that 3rd redstone dust. And when this dust lights up, or like we said, that lights up this repeater, that turns off this redstone torch, and that unlocks this hopper, which allows them to fall through. It's a beautiful design here. Let's go ahead and put the rest of these oak planks right in there. They're going to be coming into there, drop it into here, and as soon as it hits 41, we're going to see this dust right there. You can see that flick on and then flick off again. That's going to very, very quickly allow the item to just squeeze into that hopper, and then it's going to lock it again for the next item that comes through. And since they were only oak planks, we were getting them constantly unlocking and unlocking. But if we look in here, we've got our items sorted, and you can do that as many times as you want. This is a beautiful design. But how is that going to work for our iron? Oh, you know what? I'm not born in a barn. How's that going to work for our iron farm? There's 2 items coming through here. There's going to be poppies and iron ingots. Let's do the iron ingots right here, and we'll do the poppies right here, because then we can maybe move those over here into a composter or something like that later on, which could be kind of fun. So I've already laid out sort of how this is going to work. Just like outside, we're going to have 3 along the top and 3 along the bottom, with 1 missing in the middle. This is our design, and I'm going to start by putting some chests down, just so we kind of have a better idea of where everything's going to go. There we go. There's 4 chests. That's an enormous amount of storage space. So I'm going to hold shift. I'm going to put my hoppers along the side here. So that should be tons of space. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about having overflow and that kind of thing. Now, just like, hold on, let me get something to pillar up on here. Well, you're gonna use you. So let's pop up here, and just like outside, we're gonna put a comparator right here, and we're gonna put a hopper feeding into that. I've gotten rid of my hoppers already. There we go, and boop, into the side of this comparator, just like that. And then what we're gonna do is come over here and place some dust. That's going to be the output of that comparator. I'm gonna put 3 there, just like out there, and I'm gonna put a repeater right there into a redstone torch, just like that. We are done, guys. That is it, basically. This lit up because now we've got items coming into here. We've got poppies coming in, which is beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. And in order to finish the filter, all we have to do is put in our filter sticks, just like that. The iron was competing with us there, but the filter sticks won. There we go. That's going to move all the way up until it hits 41. And then it's going to start to push those 42nd, or I guess 46th item into the chests below. Let's go down and have a look here. Yes, we've got all of our poppies in here now. This is great. Let's put the rest of them in here. Now they're going to filter in and drop all the way to the bottom, and then fill up these chests, and they'll start to move up. So always check the bottom chest first. So let's go ahead and build the iron filter now. And here is our iron farm, guys. This is our final filter that we've all set up. We are done and dusted. Here's the iron right here. We can go ahead and put an item frame with maybe an iron ingot inside of the item frame to show which is which. And then obviously we have our poppies over here. The second thing, we're gonna make these into some bone meal. We may do some fun stuff over here. Who knows what may else happen in this iron farm? It's always fun to expand these farms and make them look a lot more comfortable inside and stuff. This is the employees only section right here. You can see we've got all these lit up right now, and as some more comes in, we're gonna see these quickly light up and quickly unlock these torches and unlock those hoppers. So it's a beautiful system. Thank you so much, Impulse SV, for the design. It's many years ago, but it's still relevant. I'm gonna leave you guys a link. There you go. We're all lighting up there. Show you guys us putting those items in the filter. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you a link to Impulse SV's channel below. Please go ahead and click that. Show him some love. I'm sure you already know Impulse SV, but yeah, he's the guy that made this, so we got to give him the credit. And that is gonna do it for today. Thank you so much, guys. This was a fun one. We did a redstone filter today. We did a redstone filter. You did. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of us. This is awesome. We did pretty good in this tutorial series so far. We are coming along nicely. We got lots more to do, so be sure to come by and check us out. Give us a sub so you don't miss those new episodes. Thank you so much for that subscription, guys. That means so much to me. And thank you for the view. I appreciate you coming by today and giving me some support. I'll leave you that Twitch link below along with that Impulse SV item sorter link. So come by Twitch, give us a follow, say hi in chat, introduce yourself. I would love to meet you. Thank you so much, guys. Stay well. Stay safe. I love you tons. Peace. Okay, bye-bye.